If you want to build a case, you'll have to do more than just stare at the guy. So this is the Cubs' first foray into the lion's den, huh? I gotta see this.
Mr. Armando!
You've got some impressive guts, Miss Faye. I've never seen somebody take on a death row escapee as their first client.
Not sure we can chalk it up to guts.
Now. I admire your boldness. Pairs well with one more seasoned.
Huh?
So, Miss Faye, do you not prefer a strong blend?
No, it's great! I'm just surprised they sent the #1 lawyer in the firm to help me out with this case is all.
Well, today you're the #1. The cream does rise to the top. If we want to start discussing the facts of the case, our friend here met the victim 2 days ago. This memo found on her desk is the first piece of evidence. He called and requested a meeting, specified time and place, and even asked for an identifier.
Wear a white scarf?
A person's appearance can change a lot in 5 years.
The circumstantial evidence is damning.
Relax, counselor. The prosecutor's a baby, practically fresh out of his diapers.
What? His first case too?
But he's already being hailed as the greatest prodigy the prosecutor's office has ever seen.
Is he?
Well, better sharpen those claws. The lion's den awaits.
He's younger than me?
Wow, that's so young. I suppose you're still brewing up your reputation, Miss Faye. Listen closely, kid. You'll need your full attention. Or you may find yourself ground up and then roasted by justice.
Your witness. Defense?
Of course. Yep. Coming right up.
Easy. Keep trembling like that and you're gonna make me spill my jitter juice.
I'm just so excited.
Dusky Bridge.
You're saying he was looking to have a reunion at their special place, right?
This photograph was taken moments before the crime. You can clearly see the two of them facing off on the bridge.
What a pretty picture, huh, Faye? I'd say the evidence is strong and bitter. However, there's an odd taste. Something that leaves me feeling kinda cold.
Odd taste? Oh, I see.
That's good. Now, let's sample that signature roast of truth.
Detective, something's messed up!
I think you meant to say there's a contradiction. Tell me, Miss Faye. Still trust the death row inmate?
Of course I do!
Good. I think we need to refocus. Maybe listen to some new testimony.
What? New testimony? From whom?
We'll have to find that witness. The one with the camera.
What an idiot!
Well, I see a cloud darker than a triple espresso.
Our...
If her testimony is allowed to stand, we'll be burned.
Oh no.
Now there's that boldness. Really hits the spot.
He ripped that woman's life from her! Exactly like he killed that girl 5 years ago!
5 years ago, when he took the life of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, right?
Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yeah, that was her name. The poor little girl who was kidnapped and murdered 5 years ago.
Wait, is that really true? Well, does that mean...
Yep. And I'm actually surprised that this bit of info didn't come up sooner. Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's younger sister.
What?
She was? And that was her sister. That file, is that what I think it is?
This? It's all about Mr. Fall's previous murder trial. I thought the key to solving this current case was probably somewhere in here. All we had to do was look for it.
Objection! The name of your client's last victim is irrelevant. It has absolutely nothing to do with this case.
I just have to wonder, did she really die?
What are you getting at here?
This says, 5 years ago on that same rickety bridge, the then 14-year-old Dahlia Hawthorne fell into the river and her body was never found.
Is that so?
Sadly, she disappeared from the world, leaving nary a trace. She was 14 at the time, which means that if she were still alive, she'd be around your age.
Tell the truth. Who are you? What are you hiding?
Now you've spilled the beans. There is one other.
What? Who?
How could you forget? Look, she's right there. Now we're percolating. They thought it was the perfect crime since they had a cop on their side to cover it all up.
She, Valerie, betrayed us.
To be perfectly clear, you're saying she jumped on purpose?
Of course, I couldn't have pushed her. I would never do that to her.
And that's the bitter piping hot truth, huh? Huh. This is interesting. According to the case files here, Terry Falls was tutoring both the Hawthorne girls. I bet that's how the whole relationship started, and how he was forced to go along with his angel scheme.
I'm not convinced yet. Too preposterous, don't you think?
Valerie was a policewoman. With her help, it could have been done. She could arrange whatever paperwork they needed without much trouble.
Of course you are.
Is this it? Is it really over?
This is why you haven't graduated from Cub yet. Huh? You're a lawyer now. Gotta smile no matter how bad it gets. It's part of the job. Get a load of the smirk on her face. Electrifying, isn't it? That means she's hiding something big. She's ecstatic she won't be found out.
Maybe, but we've got no proof.
So without it, the trial's over? Who made that decision?
What do we do then?
To an extent, you can make your own rules. Even when there's zero evidence, there's always testimony. So what's our working theory? Dahlia Hawthorne killed her sister Valerie, hid her body in the trunk, disguised herself as her, and met Falls on Dusky Bridge. Is that about right so far?
Yes, that's right.
In which case, the answer's obvious to me. We've still got a man on the witness stand, after all.
What's up? Could I get some water?
I've got more coffee, if you don't mind a substitute. It's a good fit for your current situation. Bitter and darker than hell, just like what you're about to say. You sure know how to enjoy a cup.
Found guilty and you'll go back to death row!
He's under the girl's curse. I think he's a lost cause. He'll probably believe her until he's buried 6 feet under.
But
you still have a duty to press him for the truth. That's our curse. The one we bear as defense attorneys.
I'm done. That's blood!
Did he?
No, Mr. Falls! Mr. Falls, please hang on!
Inexcusable. The truth was right there in front of our faces, but we couldn't grasp it. I guess we were just too soft.
It's not your fault, but it is mine. If I were better... I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this.
Mia, I understand how you feel, but you can't cry yet. Remember this. It's only okay to cry when it's all over.
Mr. Armando?
And just like that, Mia's first trial came to an end. It left no winners or losers in its wake.